The subordinating conjunction as a description has one of the two traits, a determiner or an adverb. The subordinating conjunction as a determiner sets the range of a subject or an object that belongs to a precedent in the main clause. The subject or object in the subordinate clause belongs to the precedent in the main clause. That's the reason why the two clauses are linked. So the subordinating conjunction as a possessive determiner, the precedent in the main clause sets the range of the subject or object in the subordinate clause. The subordinating conjunction has the trait as an adverb to specify the existence of the precedent in the main clause. The subordinating conjunction that has the trait as adverb specifies the existence of the precedent in the main clause with the four pieces of information: time, a place, a way to a condition, or a reason. The subordinating conjunction with the trait pronoun is applied to link the subordinate clause as a pronoun to indicate a subject or an object, or as an adjective to describe a subject or an object in the main clause. The main clause is constituted with the subordinate clause that indicates a subject or an object. The subordinate clause has the trait as a pronoun to practice the role as a subject, an object, or a complement as an indication. The subject or object indicated by the subordinating conjunction is described in the subordinate clause. The subject object indicated by the subordinating conjunction and described in the subordinate clause is the subject, object, or complement in the main clause. So we can understand that the subordinating conjunction that has a trait as a pronoun is applied in the subordinate clause that has the trait as a pronoun as well. The subordinating conjunction to indicate a subject or an object, same as the precedent in the main clause, is described in the subordinate clause. The precedent in the main clause and the subordinating conjunction, the same subject object. The reason why the subordinate clause is linked to the main clause is that the of the subordinate clause describes the precedent. So we can understand that the subordinating conjunction to indicate a subject or object with the trait as a pronoun is applied in the subordinate clause that has the trait as an adjective to describe the precedent in the main clause. The subordinating conjunctions that have the trait
'of' a pronoun are that whether, 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 'of' a pronoun are that whet
the subordinating conjunction whether also has the trait of an adverb. Who, whose, what, which, all, etc. The reason why I accept the possibility of the other subordinating conjunction as a pronoun is the phrase of the noun, the way. The subject to actualize the definition of the verb with the way to actualize the experience, condition, or action. The relative adverb how indicates a way of that the subject actualizes the experience, condition, or action to a condition that the subject is surrounded by the speaker who intends to specify the way of the subject to actualize the experience, condition, or action, links the subordinate clause to the main clause with the phrase of the noun, the way. The phrase of the noun, the way, is a kind of an indication, so it seems to be proper to be included in this etc. The noun or pronoun in the main clause to indicate a subject or an object, and the subordinating conjunction as a possessive determiner in the subordinate clause, which is indicated as a subject that another object belongs to, or in the relationship of the indication and the description. The precedent to indicate a subject or an object in the main clause possesses subject, object. The subordinate clause describes about the subject, object that belongs to the precedent. The speaker intends to link the subordinate clause to the main clause because the subject or object belongs to the precedent in the main clause. Then the speaker applies the possessive determiner whose to indicate the precedent in the main clause. So we can understand that the possessive determiner whose sets the range of the subject object that belongs to the precedent in the subordinate clause. We can say that the precedent and the possessive determiner whose are in the relationship of an indication and a description for the subject object that belongs to the precedent. So the subordinate clause linked by the possessive determiner is the description about the object that belongs to the subject in the main clause. The subordinate clause linked by the possessive determiner has the trait as a description for an indication, the precedent. The subordinating conjunction that has the trait of a possessive determiner is whose.